So Sam Bankman-Fried, the crypto trader who's accused of fraud, recently breached his bail by virtue of the fact that he attempted to give documents to a journalist, which would have subsequently discredited his ex-partner, Caroline Ellison, which may have helped him in his trial. This was perceived by the court of him attempting to influence witnesses, and his bail, which was substantial, was revoked. And at the time I said, this is concerning for Sam Bankman-Fried because this is one of those cases which relies heavily on understanding the nuance. And lo and behold, the following happened. Sam Bankman-Fried's lawyers blast trial prep time as entirely inadequate. Sam Bankman-Fried's lawyers are saying that he does not have the resources or the time in custody to prepare for his trial, which is now very close. And given that the case against him consists primarily of documentation and considerable documentation, he needs to be at liberty with his lawyers to go through these things one by one. Now, he hasn't received bail. They are asking for special dispensation for him to be able to sit, in the Manhattan court complex and go through things rather than remaining in custody, but it hasn't been necessarily given yet. And it's the kind of thing that can derail a trial from starting. And ultimately, that's a real reality for people who are in custody, especially people who don't have the resources, Sam Bankman-Fried. For many of my clients, they don't have access to their lawyer sufficiently to prepare their case, particularly if the case is a complicated one. And you can try driving to the jail every day, and some days you'll get let in, and some days there'll be some sort of incident or an issue that won't let you in. But it's a huge problem, particularly when you need specific instructions relating to specific things. And many cases are not simply he said, she said. They are bills of lading. They are internet communications. They're telephone intercepts. They're communications that ostensibly took place here, there, and everywhere. And so if you don't have access to your lawyers, it becomes very hard to prepare your case. So I predict that this very well may lead to the trial being delayed. And it will be very interesting to see what is said about that delay and how it came to pass. Because remember, up until recently, he's had full-blown access to his lawyers. He's been at liberty. He's been able to prepare. 2 months out, you should be still preparing actively and rigorously, but a lot of the heavy lifting should be done. But you never know. In trials, it's like the battlefield. Stuff happens. Follow me for more legal TikTok.